Hi, I'm Justin from Retro Cult, and this is the movie recommendation for episode 4, the Halloween series with the Spooky Family. Every episode that involves a movie, I recommend a movie from whatever we're talking about that week. And this week, we were talking all about Halloween. And I got two recommendations for two very different reasons. First of all, I recommend the very first movie in the series, Halloween, the original. Not over the top gory, scary in a different way. Reminds me a lot of Psycho, which Jamie Lee Curtis's mother was in. Great movie. One of my favorite slashers because it's more of a psychological scare than a blood and guts gore scare, which I'm not really into. Really like the movie. Really think it's a solid choice. Secondly, and this is for you, Brad and Mug. Um, I'm going to go with Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. If you've never seen any movie in the Halloween movie series, definitely start with this. Then watch Halloween 3 and ask yourself, why? Why did they make it? No Michael Myers, has nothing to do with canon. And obviously, you had Halloween 2 with Michael Myers before that. And then you had Halloween 3, 4, Return of, Revenge of, Resurrection of, H2O, the new ones, blah, 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 blah. It went on and on. But Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the only one that doesn't include Michael Myers, which is an odd deal. I don't know why they done that. But some of the listeners had a little something to say about what their favorite movie in the series was. Let's see what Jeremy had to say.
My favorite movie in the Halloween series has always been and always will be the original from 1978.
I mean, solid choice. It's what I went with, and I agree with him 100%. I think it is the best movie in the series. I like the new Halloween, which is they kind of swap the timeline and it goes directly from the first movie entitled Halloween to the second movie entitled Halloween. So, you know, that's a little odd, but it's an excellent, excellent movie, and I recommend it. And obviously, Jeremy does too. And Jeremy is when it comes to retro stuff. I don't know if there's anybody knows their stuff like Jeremy, and I don't know if there's anybody has a collection quite as cool as Jeremy and the stuff that he has. I mean, he has some cool stuff. What about the stand-up comedian Eli Griffith? What does Eli think?
Hello, Mr. Justin Perkins. This is Elijah Griffith with what is my favorite movie in the Halloween franchise. Now, if it sounds like I'm out of breath, it's not because I'm masturbating, okay? It is because I'm out for a run, all right? No matter what you think, that is the reason. Okay, it is very important for people to exercise because if you are fast enough, you may just be able to outrun Michael Myers. You never see Michael Myers trying to kill anybody at the Olympics. And that's because his slow ass could never catch up with Michael Phelps. Makes sense, don't it? Exactly. So to everybody out there listening, exercise, it could save your life. But anyways, this is my opinion on what is the best movie in the Halloween franchise. My favorite is Halloween H2O, or whatever they call it. Reason being, it features one of the best rappers of all time, Busta Bus, aka Busta Rhymes. At one point in that movie, Busta Rhymes comes face to face with Michael Myers. Now, Michael Myers, Busta Rhymes doesn't know that it's him. He thinks that it's one of his white friends just doing some dumb shit, you know. But Busta Rhymes talks such mad shit to Michael Myers, he just turns around and walks away. That is how powerful the voice of Busta Bus is. All right? And then In the end of the movie, Busta Rhymes breaks through a flaming door, a door that is on fire, whoops Michael Myers' slow ass, all right, saves the girl, wishes Michael Myers a happy fucking Halloween, and then kills Michael Myers. That is how gangsta Busta Bus is. Now, I heard that they're supposed to be doing this, Halloween Ends or whatever, where they're supposed to end the franchise or probably make another 36 movies after it. That's probably what they're going to do. But if they really want to end this thing, forget Jamie Lee Curtis. Her ass hasn't been able to do it 26 movies 30 years later. She hasn't been able to do it. She's not going to do it. If you really want to kill Michael Myers, get the powerful Busta Bus. All right? Not only will you kill Michael Myers, but you may be able to get a dope song out of it too. But that is my opinion on what is the best movie in the Halloween franchise. Thank you, sir. It is an absolute honor. You kick ass at this podcast. I love you.
If you listen to the actual episode that goes along with this add-on video, or if you're listening to this episode on iTunes, Spotify, or Anchor, then you will realize that I made the same exact mistake that Eli just made. For whatever reason, I thought that was H2O as well, but Busta Rhymes was actually in Resurrection. I don't know why. I get the two confused. They blur together a little bit on me. So, it is what it is. It's a mistake I've made as well. I made it tonight. This is the second video we've done, or the second episode we've done on Halloween movies. And originally I was going to have another episode with two other guests, being Brad from Raven Television Addict and Mug from Randomness Captured Alive, but we just couldn't work out a scheduling issue. So I wanted to reach out, and I know Brad's favorite, I don't know that it's his favorite Halloween movie in the Halloween series, but I know he really likes Season of the Witch, and I understand his argument of it. So I want to represent his standpoint on that, but also I wanted to give Mug the opportunity to give you guys a recommendation that was not just your average Halloween movie, which is, kind of what everybody else I asked to do. I asked him for that specifically, but Mug has an extensive knowledge of horror films, and I knew he could come up with something that was not common, not what everybody else is going to pick. So, who better than Mug to make that recommendation? I would argue no one better than Mug to make that recommendation.
Hey, Retro Cult. Don't you just hate when someone asks you what your favorite Halloween movie is? That's like trying to pick your favorite kid, and we all love all our children, right? Even the redheaded stepchild, Halloween 3. So why not this year go off the beaten path and pick a different kind of horror movie? May I suggest Deep Red, directed by Dario Argento, the king of Italian giallo himself. It's about a musician that witnesses the murder of a famous psychic and then teams up with a feisty reporter to find the killer while evading attempts on their lives by the unseen killer bent on keeping a dark secret buried. It's even got that Halloween type feel to it, with the music performed by Goblin throughout the film. The important thing is, when the screaming starts and the blood begins to flow, pinch yourself and keep repeating, it's only a movie. It's only a movie.
There it is, right from the mug's mouth. Check out that movie. Check out those Halloween movies I mentioned. If you're hearing this, it's after Halloween because I'm not releasing this until Halloween Day. Um, if you're seeing this on YouTube, this is a separate video. The episode that this goes along with is episode 4, uh, Halloween series with the Spooky Family. If you're listening on a podcast, or if you want to listen on a podcast and you're just seeing this video, you can go to Anchor, Spotify, or iTunes and find episode 4 of Retro Cult. And the video, this segment of audio will be added on to the actual podcast. So that's the way that's going to work. I'm going to post this separately as a video, and I'm going to post it together with the podcast. So if you're listening on the podcast, you just sit through 2 hours of me having a blast with the Spooky Family. They're wonderful people. I thank them very, very much for doing the show. Like, subscribe, and share wherever you're watching this at. If you want to reach out to Retro Cult, you can. You can reach out to us at Retro Cult Podcast at gmail.com. You can also find us on the Facebook page, message us, do whatever you want there. We do actually have one email. Finally got an email. And it's from Mug. What's up, man? I really think Retro Cult kicks butt. Well, thank you. I was thinking a possible episode topic for the show could be Sylvester Stallone movies. Even though he's still doing it now, you could discuss why Over the Top 1987 is possibly his best movie of all time. Mug knows my love for really bad movies that I think are really good, and Over the Top may be one of the worst movies of all time, which makes it so fun to watch. Definitely going to do a Stallone episode. Definitely going to do an episode just for Rambo. And we don't have rules here at Retro Cult, so I'll add in the new Rambos as well. Definitely would like to talk Over the Top. I think it could probably get an episode all its own. So I think Brad and Mug would be perfect for an episode on Over the Top. Like I said, this is coming out on Halloween, and that means spooky season's over, which means I've got about a week to watch Dutch, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And then we go straight into Christmas, and we're going to do almost 2 months of Christmas. We're going to talk about toys, and we're going to talk about Christmas movies, and we're going to talk a lot about Chevy Chase, all those great, wonderful things that I love. And you're probably going to be tired of Christmas by the end of that run, but it's my favorite holiday, and I can't help it. Thank you all very much. I hope you enjoy.